Navigating a Child Protective Services case can be overwhelming and stressful for any family. At CPS Protect Consulting Services, we understand the importance of preserving your rights and protecting your family. Today, we want to talk about an important aspect of CPS investigations: the differential response. The differential response is a practice that allows Child Protective Services to tailor their response based on the allegations in question and the assumed needs in each case. The differential response often involves two tracks, and each report accepted for investigation is assigned to one of them. Let's take a look at each of them. The differential response includes two main types of investigations: the traditional response and the alternative response. The traditional response, which is what people think of when it comes to CPS involvement, involves a thorough investigation, determination of allegations, which can lead to being placed on a registry for substantiated allegations of child maltreatment, and in some cases, court involvement and foster care or kinship care placement. This process can be invasive and stressful for families. On the other hand, the alternative response does not involve a determination of the allegations, eliminating the risk of being placed on a registry for substantiated allegations of child maltreatment. It is typically reserved for cases where CPS has no suspicion of significant danger or serious harm at the intake stage of a case. The goal is to provide services to help the family, rather than separation. While the alternative response may seem like a move in the right direction, it is important to remain cautious. The alternative response is usually assigned to cases with the most minor of allegations that most people wouldn't associate with a need for CPS involvement. The services offered are often prevention services provided by CPS or CPS-contracted nonprofit agencies. This can lead to increased long-term surveillance of families and potential perpetual CPS involvement among families who may not need it at all. The differential response is gaining popularity across the country, with more than half of states implementing some form of it. Here are the states that currently offer the alternative response: Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Iowa, Illinois, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, Wisconsin, Wyoming, and Washington, D.C. It's also important to note that Florida and Utah previously piloted the alternative response, but have since reverted to the traditional response only. At CPS Protect Consulting Services, we recommend embracing the alternative response over the traditional response if faced with CPS involvement. However, we advise getting your own service providers and refusing any offers of prevention services from CPS. Be cautious about what you share, as your case can be switched to the traditional response at any time and solely at the discretion of CPS. To learn more about how you can preserve your rights and protect your family, visit CPSprotect.com or call us toll-free at 844-633-KIDS. Remember, you don't have to navigate CPS alone. We can be right by your side, from preparing for the possibility of CPS involvement through the entirety of CPS involvement, even reducing the chances CPS even shows up in the first place. CPS Protect Consulting Services, saving children, preserving families.